Hello again. I don't know if there's anyone still out there. Not at the moment, but Piping Pirate. Hello, Piping Pirate. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sure can. Oh, good, good. I'm up with the flu. Oh dear. Hope you get better soon, mate. Yeah, I was live for about an hour, and then my laptop just froze up solid, and I don't know what happened. I've been trying to get back on for about 10, 15 minutes or longer. Are you smoking at all tonight? Or I'm smoking Condor in a on Paul. Well, who else is in? Well, I'm hoping it's going to behave this time. Ratacare Quest Piper. How are you? I have been bedridden for 3.5 days. Not been smoking then. Thank you. Are you you hang about with Mal Harris, do you? Ratacare Quest? Is it Luis? Maybe? Ah, yeah. Thought so. I have a job keeping up with it. Any videos these days. There's so much coming up. I'll totally lose myself for the next few days. Okay. Yeah, do you good. Have a good strong pipe of something. Just what the doctor ordered. Let's get this thing lit again. Well, hopefully a couple more people will come back in, because I lost a load. I'm hoping this thing don't freeze up again. Technology. It's supposed to make our lives easier, but does it? I'm smoking Condor, which is an English over-the-counter tobacco. It's sort of Lakelandy. Very good. Ah, Dublin. Yeah, I eventually worked out how to get back on here. Thing froze up. It's took me all this time to get back on here. Doing my head in. Yeah, Condor was a good smoke for an OTC. I think you find a lot of a lot of the OTCs are, well, they wouldn't been around for so long if they weren't good. I mean, I wouldn't keep making them if it weren't, you know, weren't paying off. No, I don't think it has Latakia in it. I'm not sure. It doesn't actually say on here. Although it is in English, yeah. I can't remember offhand, I'm afraid. But my favourite blend is Nightcap. Mind you, I do like Pirate Cake, but you can't really get that over here. What else have I got?
What was the one you got? Early flakes, wasn't it?
That's
early slices.
last time I had a tin of this, it was gone in 3 days. Yeah, Burley's. I haven't got any Burleys at the moment. I don't think. I think I've smoked all them. No, I do prefer stuff with a lot of Latakia in it. The main reason I'm smoking Condor is I picked up some pipes at a car boot. It was the person who was selling him's dad's pipes, and he died just before Christmas. And he said that mainly what he smoked was Condor. So I've sort of cleaned them up and smoking Condor in his honour, really. His name was Den, and he worked doing forestry or something like that in a local, well, the place is called Bagley Woods. I don't know much about it because it's one of those places you're not allowed in. I think you can wander through there, but I haven't really. It's a bit out of Oxford. Not on my usual, not one of my usual haunts. Who else we got watching? We got, so it says we've got 5 up there. Don't know whether Simon's still about. He was. He had to go up the hospital with his daughter earlier, so I'm hoping everything's all right. Chad, how are you? Enjoyed your live last night, the Piper 69er. How are you? Yeah, it's my second attempt tonight. I was on for about an hour. Then the machine just froze up solid. So I think it was, I don't know, bad connection or something. But it took me about a quarter of an hour to get back on here. I had to shut everything down and reboot it, and kept saying I was still live, but I couldn't get back on it. So I'm gonna have to try and learn more technologies. Yeah, I forgot Mal was on holiday. It's a job keeping up with everyone. I'm having a job keeping us lit. I think it's because the condor's fresh out of the packet. It's still a bit moist. Well, see you in a bit, Dublin. Another pick-up, have you, at the airport or something? Are you off to bed? Well, I suppose it is 3:15. I really ought to go to bed soon, so I can get up for the car boot in the morning. See if I can. I don't really need any more pipes, do I? Can never have enough pipes. Cheers. Yeah, I had the Artful Codger and Eric and Simon and quite a few in here earlier, but as I say, it all froze up and you know. I ain't had a look at that yet, Chad. I don't think it includes England, does it? I'll have to get one done for England. But yeah. Yeah, I'll have to go and have a look at that road glide silly thing, but you can add yourself to the map worldwide. Oh, right. Worldwide? Worldwide. Have to get yeah, get an English one up, because I mean, I think England is, well, Great Britain are put into most of the states in America, so none of us are that far apart over here.
Yeah, that house is like mansions to us.
I mean, from here to Newcastle is only about 250 miles. What page maps to update? Sam, how are you? Thank you. It's a rather splendid pipe. I don't know anything about it, apart from it's got CV on the metal band, but that's it. California north to south is about 15-hour drive. Crikey. Why not?
30 scooter wouldn't get me far then.
No. Yeah, I think England would probably fit into California a few times over. I think from Land's End to John O'Groats, which is the full length, is only about 550 miles or something. Might take quite a while because some of the roads are tiny little country lanes at top and bottom. I mean, you got motorway in between, but I don't know nowadays because I don't go very far.
Do you mean them country roads that you go down and can't go back up again?
Texas is, yeah, I can imagine. I don't know.
I'll come to Texas.
I don't know how you drive all them distances when, you know, most states the top speed's 55 miles an hour. Yeah, I can imagine. 75 in Texas. All right. Well, our top speed in England is supposed to be 70 miles an hour, which I stick to religiously. If I go over 70, I don't look at the speedo, so it's not my fault. Right. I mean, we do have sections of the motorway where it says something like variable speed limits or something, so which they have tried various things on. I mean, we never used to have a speed limit until someone got caught hammering along one of the motorways in England in a Cobra, AC Cobra. Or all right, Simon, how's things going? I got my first car at 230. Yeah, don't think my car would even do half of that. My first car. Mind you, I think the first car I had was a 1100cc engine. I've just given her a bed. I'm sat in the. They've just given her a bed, sat in the waiting room for her husband. Oh, okay. Well, hope she's all right, Simon. It's always a worry, isn't it? Voodoo Piper's Voodoo Reviews back. Yeah, it is. It was a 400 cubic inch. Yeah, it's a bit bigger on my first car. I don't know what that is in cc's. 400 cubic inch. I mean, most of the cars over here are got tiny engines compared to that. I mean, the car I drive now is a 1 litre EcoBoost, whatever that means. Okay. 7 and 8 Capri route. Oh, good day. It means it's a Ford, yeah. Yeah, it's a Ford Focus. Well, it's my wife's mobility car. I ain't even got a car anymore. Don't need one. Yeah. I know, what are they? My mind's gone blank. The smart cars, they're sort of made between Mercedes and Swatch. Or they were, and don't know whether they still own them or what. 67 cubic inches. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's got EcoBoost, which is some sort of electric thing, I think. But you know, I used to work on car engines, but you know, you just plug them into a computer these days. Not anymore. I have a white cargo van. No, I've had loads of cars in the past. Most of them just general crap, really, just to get me from A to B. I was more of a motorcycle person till I had kids. I had a 1470. That would that have been Harley? I had a Harley once, 4 days, brand new. It got nicked. Yeah, I had FLHS, Electric Glide Sport, or something like that. But that was a long time ago. Street bar, mate. Yeah. 5.7 litres. Yeah. Trouble is, with the price of petrol over here, you know, if you had a vintage Ford Granada, yeah, so I used to work at Hartford Motors, servicing Fords when just before they brought out the Fiesta and Mark III Escort, and it was at the end of the sort of like Ford Cortina and Granada sort of time. I had a Granada banana puff. A what? Granadas must have been a very different car over there. Yeah, I expect so. Yeah, I never had a Granada. I've driven plenty, but you know, because I worked at Ford. You know, I was servicing them. I think the best car I ever drove when I worked there was a Mach 1 Mustang with a 3-speed Hurst gearbox. Put the word vintage next to a Granada here. Well, vintage. I'm not sure. It was closer to a Spanish Nada. Yeah. I know Ford Europe used to have them. England, Germany, Spain. I think possibly Belgium used to make them, but the German ones were generally better made. But yeah, I mean, most of the Fords over here are just small things now. We don't get any. You know, it's got. Well, they do actually sell Mustangs over here now, but their NCAP rating, which is the safety rating, is a 0. Which you'd have a job getting any insurance, really.
Yeah, but who'd want to drive it if it was like that?
Yeah. Classic. 50 years old. Oh, right. I don't know the right. I know Veteran is over 100 years old, I think. Vintage, I don't know. I thought Classic was 25 years, but I really don't know. Might be classed totally different over here. Classic was 25. Oh, right. Yeah, I think vintage is vintage 50 years, and I don't know. The new Ford truck is aluminium and is the worst idea Ford ever had. Oh, they've had quite a few bad ideas, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like the Edsel, or was it the Ford Edsel? And the one of the Mustangs in their economy years. I don't think named after his son, wasn't it? Yeah, so I don't know. Mustang is not so much. Yeah, I know one of the Mustangs was pretty awful in the economy years, I think it was. But I mean, we've got some shocking cars over here, especially Leyland cars, like the Allegro. Davey W, how are you? Up for work? What, 3:30? Oh, I suppose it's not that. Is it 3:30 in the morning where you are? Yeah. Whereabouts are you, Davey? It's a job remembering everything, because in West Scotland. Ah, right, yeah. What, you doing a milk round or something? 3:30 in the morning? Or bread delivery or something? Yeah, Pinto, yeah. Yeah. Oh, security, yeah. Yeah, Ford Pintos, we had a few of them in for servicing. I don't know that I haven't had any Mavericks over here. Just give me a early 60s. Yeah. Yeah, trouble. Most of the decent British cars, I would say, were probably 60s. You know, once we got to British Leyland years, my dad used to work at British Leyland. 64 supercharged Impala. Nice. If I had to pick any Ford, I'd want the 40. Expensive. I'll take it you mean the GT40 or yeah. Had it. Can't think of the best car I've ever had. Probably Mercedes SE 350. Yeah. Well, an original GT40 has got to be well over £1 million now, isn't it, or something, or more. Don't know whether they're still making the 40. I'll take a 67 Mustang. Yeah, I do love the big American cars, but the roads over here don't really suit them. Dodge Durango. Don't know that one, I'm afraid. Not offhand. Let's get back to this. Oh, big SUV. Yeah. Yeah, we SUVs is mainly a working car over here. Probably, I think if I had to choose a car, I'd probably buy a Land Rover, one of the Safari ones, Defender type, because they're good for everything. I could, because we're not allowed gun racks over here, because, you know, yeah, it's a job getting out, being allowed to have guns. I'd have a pipe rack in the back of it. Black-eyed Piper, good evening, how are you? I used to... Yeah, we haven't got many middle of nowheres in England. I mean, the furthest point from the sea in England is something like 57 miles. That's how small the place is. Yeah, they don't even put ashtrays in cars anymore. Like a big old Land Rover Safari with an ashtray instead of a passenger seat. And in Texas, if you're not in a big city, you're in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, you can't really get in the middle of nowhere in England. Possibly on the moors, but even that, you haven't got far to go to find a road. Yeah. Cheers.
What's the Ford crossover one? It's like an SUV crossover with a normal car, I think.
What, over here?
Yeah.
Oh, no idea. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Thank you, Black-eyed Piper. Yeah, it's a work in progress at the moment. It's taking up quite a bit of the front room. I've seen Houston is about the size of England. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. It's England isn't that big. They keep cramming more and more people in it. But apparently we're leaving Europe. I wish I'd get on with it.
Oh God, don't start talking about that shit. Sorry, pardon my language.
Mm. Yeah, I mean to get most places in England, it's only a few hours. I have done Oxford to Newcastle in 2.5 hours. But that was a little, I went over the speed limit a little bit. Mind you, I've had other days where it's took me 7 hours to get to Newcastle because of the motorway. or the M1 car park as it's known. Yeah, well, I haven't really been to Europe, apart from I've been to Norway and Denmark, but they're more Scandinavian rather than Europe. But as I say, I was 11 when I went there. It was a long time ago. So, I sleep in hospital, so I could travel. Bridges. Don't know what bridges are. Bridges. No, sorry. No, that's not ringing a bell. Mind you, it is 10 to 4. Oh, Belgium. Ah, yeah. There is a movie. In Bruges, is it called? With whatever his name was. Who was in Bruges? Bullseye. Colin Farrell. Who's the bloke who played Bullseye, wasn't he? In that film. Daredevil. Indeed. Ah, right. Yeah. You still in here, Chad? Or we lost you? Yeah, bit of a weird film that, but bit shocking where a matey boy landed on top of someone else. All right. Well, I just see I was flicking through the TV channels earlier, and I come across a film called Maggie, which is about bloke who sticks by his daughter as she's turning into a zombie, and it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger. Apparently, I'd never heard of it. 2015 it came out apparently, but I've never heard the film, which is strange because I'm quite into Arnold Schwarzenegger films.
I was surprised I hadn't heard of it.
My son heard of it, but then again, his nickname is Google, so he knows everything, apparently. But I suppose that's, he's got the computer on, and he's got his games console on, and he's got music playing, and he's singing along to that, and does about a dozen things at once, and seems to take it all in. But I suppose that's one of the things with having autism. You know, 4 o'clock in the morning, he'd start singing. Not a thought in the world that people were asleep.
Or ask him to come downstairs. 30 seconds later, after you asked him, he's completely forgotten.
There you go. It's I think this pipes. Sort of lost my pipe knife now. Oh, that was.
Remember what the advice was that we got given from the parenting course we did. My brain's too tired to think about that.
Take their TV away?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, that'd have worked. Oh, it's still going. This has got an incredibly deep bowl, actually. It's at least 2 inches.
I like that. What's the other one you've got like that? You've got more of a pointed end on the bowl.
Different name and yeah. That don't surprise me. But I've still never heard of it. I've got can't remember where it is now. Yeah, this is the only one that rivals that. That's that one, a little bit taller, but that's a church wardeny type.
Is that the one? No, you've got one that's got a more pointed. It's a deep bowl, but it's got a pointed bottom.
This is a Baroque. Made in France. I'm not into zombie movies, so I skipped it. I've never watched it. I just see it was on tonight, and it surprised me that Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it. I spend most of my time looking for my paper knife. Source of great amusement. Oh yeah, I've actually done it where I've been looking for a lighter, walking around the house trying to find what I'd done with it, and it was in my hand. How long does a stem need to be considered church water? I have no idea. I expect there's some rules somewhere, say how long it's got to be and what angle or something. I don't know. That I presume that's about 10 inches. So whether that's classed as a church warden, I don't know. Oh, I'd class it as a church warden, but looks like a Nike tick. Yeah. Yeah, I would say that was better for Virginias and flakes. People say we want a chimney style bowl for flakes. I don't know. I don't think there's really a rule to it because, you know, You get one pipe that'll smoke anything, and you could have a pipe that looks exactly the same and won't smoke anything decent. You know, you have to sort of like suss them out as you go. Exactly, Chad. I mean, myself, I prefer sort of pipes with a bigger pot, like this one. Yeah, that's a Dr. Plum. I expect it's only a cheapo, but that smoke's splendid. I don't really smoke corn cobs that often, but I had a go at this one the other day and put a shorter stem on it and blackened it up. It's a Missouri Meerschaum, but you know, I did that with a black felt tip. Well, an indelible ink. So yeah, like a Sharpie. Yeah. A bit of it's come off, but most of it stayed that colour. So what this thing? Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous, really.
I wish I could afford to back you fill it.
I'll have to try it one day with a full bowl, but I tried it with a half a bowl, and you know, you need to keep a lighter on it all the time. I think needs its own spark plug or whatever. I mean, I've got other pipes that are sort of similar sort of dimensions. That's that's quite a big one. Well, that's got an even bigger bowl on it and slightly bigger. So, but I have to take a stem off that to put in the box because the stem's even longer than this one and just don't fit. Yeah, polo mullet. Yeah. It's a driver, I think. 1 ounce bowl, yeah. I've got 1 ounce bowl. 1 ounce would be pretty small, wouldn't it? I've got a little pipe that's got little tiny thing that says 3/4 ounce on it. I've got a couple of those, but they just got 3/4 ounce written on them. I don't know whether that's what backy they take or I don't know. I mean, use my tongue finger to point until I've checked everywhere. Yeah, tampers have a habit of disappearing. Mind you, I'll put things down and I look around everywhere, and turns out it was right in front of me. You have to load an ounce of tobacco. All right, yeah, yeah. 50 gram is 1 point. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what that is then. 3/4 an ounce. Right. Maybe that's what it weighs. I don't know. Have a closer look. Yeah, it says 3/4 ounce. Maybe that's what it weighs, not. I'm not sure. No. Oh. That's the Guinness gone. Half a tin is 3/4 of an ounce. Yeah, yeah. It must be the weight of the pipe then, because you know you ain't going to get 3/4 of an ounce of tobacco in there, are you? But I've got a few pipes. They're all the same size, and they've all got 3/4 ounce on them. So it's probably the weight of it. It's got to be. Right, is this still going? Yeah. Quite a long smoke, this pipe. Mind you, if I keep letting it go out, it will be, won't it? I have somewhere got a I better not start again. I've never. I thought the Missouri Mason Bench General was big. They got a deep bowl, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting a little tiny bit of gurgle, but I don't think I've had it lit long enough to. But it's getting quite near the end of this bowl. It's getting really hot. I imagine it's getting a bit tarry down the bottom now. Have to find a probe and see what sort of length of it. Still about an inch of tobacco, but That's better. Okay, Luis. Good to talk. You have a good night. I suppose it's was it 10 o'clock over there? Roughly 10. Yeah.
So we're working in their time.
3 pipes with a swirly wormy pattern on them. I don't know what. Oh. Yeah, it's 4:10 over here, so yeah, it's 6 hours after work. Okay, Davey, I'll see you later. Don't know how long I've been on here now. Well, an hour this one. I was on about an hour the last one till it froze. Yeah. Have a good night's work, or well, 4:10. Day's work, I suppose. Yeah, I ought to do this more often actually, because I don't normally do Saturday nights, but Simon couldn't do his tonight because his daughter, he had to take his daughter up to the hospital. And get her checked out because she's due to have a baby in a few weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, and something was going on, so he had to shoot off. He might pop back in a bit. Oh yeah, definitely. Every night's all right for smoking, and mornings, and afternoons, and evenings. I mean, I think I've got enough tobacco for a month or so, or longer. And by then I'd have been able to afford some more. Mind you, it's a sad state of affairs when you can buy pipes cheaper than you can buy the tobacco to put in them. But I mean, don't mean new pipes, but there's very few of my pipes, any of my pipes, that have cost me any money really. I'm a bit over a pound of tobacco. That's 16 ounces a pound. Or 14? 16 ounces to a pound, isn't it? Good. It's 14 pounds to a stone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 ounces to a pound. Which one was that? Trouble is with the thumbnails, they just put anything up. They seem to just pick a picture from the most awkward bit of the video and go, that'll do, slap that up. And unless you go in and change it, you get what they give you. But I'm fussy really. It's too much like hard work to go in and change it for me. Rather spend my time talking rubbish as usual. Look back over your shoulder. At where? You've lost me there. Oh, in the thumbnail. Oh, well, can't see the thumbnail from here. My eyesight ain't that good, I'm afraid. Oh, yeah. Oh, 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, I think I've got just over a pound of tobacco. That's only a 250, 25 gram pouch. Got an ounce of lemon here. Maybe an ounce of Jamaica rum flake from Gulf Hogarth. Yeah, I've got about, I suppose I've got about a pound of tobacco that altogether. Which the Artful Codger was in earlier. He said he gets through one of those big tubs of velvet a month, a 12-ounce tub of velvet a month. And that's not the only thing he smokes, is it? I mean, I'll probably get through a 50 gram tin a week, maybe, or more. Not bad enough for a month for me. Yeah, I get days where I don't smoke too much and days where I smoke more or less non-stop. Not while I'm talking though, because it keeps going out. I mean, I try not to smoke excessive amounts because the expense of the tobacco over here. Probably about a dozen tins or jars. Crikey. So buying it in bulk over here don't tend to save us much money. I'm afraid it might save a couple of pounds, but Brian Wilhelm, how are you? Don't think I've seen you around before, as far as I can remember. Thanks for joining. We're just talking general chit chat, you know, nothing overly exciting, I'm afraid. One's about an ounce every time. Yeah, I'll have to sub you at the end of this, Brian, because I've already had a problem with it earlier. About 9 tins would be about $90. The same in bulk. Only about 60. Yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it? I mean, what kills us over here is the tax. I'm not sure what it is now, but cigarettes, it's something like 80% or more. Pipe tobacco is got a lot less tax on it because it's they had an agreement with sort of the government when cigarettes started getting popular. The pipe manufacturers made an agreement with the government to get less tax, and like nasal snuff, we didn't pay tax on because I think it's in the House of Lords or House of Commons. They've got a big tub of snuff which is free for any of the members to help themselves to. Though I don't know how many
they have to pay for their booze in their little club then.
Don't know. I don't know how many people in the House of Lords or whatever partake of snuff anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
can't imagine it's too many.
Do they have to like pay towards stuff that they have when they're in their little social club bit?
No idea. Know nothing about politics. It's a subject that I'd rather keep away from. Although I do vote, but there you go. If there was a tub of tobacco, contact. I don't know if they have any tobacco in the Houses of Parliament, but snuff, they have a sort of like big jar of, which is free for anyone who wants it, as long as they're a member of parliament. But I can't imagine too many of the politicians partake of that anymore. I don't know. I expect the Lords probably do. Is that a Zippo lighter? No, it's a Nimrod. It's actually we've got it right up. Yeah, it's a collaboration between Falcon and Nimrod, but they're exactly the same as the Nimrod ones. I think our wood maker, he's got a few Nimrod lighters. I've got plenty of Zippos somewhere. Just that's the lighter of the moment. Well, I've got a nice desk lighter, but it's not really any good for lighting pipes because it's the wrong angle. But I tend to use the big kitchen matches and just use that to relight them. You can get further down into the pipe with them. Many. I've lost myself somewhere there. Poly means many. Oh, yeah, many bloodsuckers. Yeah, I see what you mean. Took me a while to catch on to that one. It's a job I wouldn't want. You know, I expect these people get into politics so that they can help out and make a difference, and they just get bogged down with all the crap and they probably end up thinking, what the bloody hell am I doing? Been to the Space Centre. We have got a Space Centre in England, actually. We've never been there. It's probably got a display of rockets made out of toilet roll tubes or something.
Yeah.
I've been to I used to deliver to a place near Oxford, which was Diamond Light place where they do a lot of work on the satellites and that there. A friend of mine's a space scientist. He works on the satellites, and I think he worked on the last sort of Mars thing that failed. Imagine that, spending all that millions on a probe, and you get nothing back from it. Did you drive an 18-wheeler tree? No, I'm afraid I didn't. 7.5 ton lorry I used to drive. We over here we get what you call grandad rights. When you got your license, it gave you the right to drive up to a 7.5 ton truck. Although they've stopped that now. I think it's 3.5 ton now on the license. But I could still go back to it, but it wasn't my chosen profession. But when I was driving a lorry, it was work, you know. Before that, I did like nearly 20 years doing a body piercing. And I worked in a tattoo shop doing the body piercing. But too many people doing it now and no money on it. That's all. Well, apart from the fact that the landlord sold the shop out from underneath us, and the tattooist was too ill to carry on and didn't fancy trying to start up another shop. But I'm afraid Bob died about 3 years ago now, so I have to do my own tattoos now. Not that I do much of that anymore. Don't really do any piercing at all either. After doing countless thousands over the 20 years. Because I mean, when I started, the nearest other body piercer to me was at least 60 miles away. Well, London was the nearest place to me back in the day, but that was a long time ago, I'm afraid. 2006, the shop shut, so. But, you know, he was one of the old school tattooists. But he mainly kept himself to himself. He didn't go in for all this like tattoo conventions and going online and stuff. He didn't bother with that. He just kept his head down and worked. He sold a lot of his flash. I mean, his stuff used to be all over the world, but it's moved on from there. Where you all use computers to bring up the flash now, and I didn't see stuff. So I think this pipe's done. No, I've never driven an 18-wheeler. I don't actually think we have them over here. We don't have. Don't think we don't have 18-wheelers over here. There might be the odd one or two, but they're a bit big for our roads. Forgot that was in the bottom. Felt pad. I think that one's done for. That's probably why it wasn't gurgling that much. But them felt pads have got to be from the 70s or something. So, yeah, that one's done. I think I'm going to have to make a move soon. Well, it's 4:30, and car boot starts in about 2.5 hours. So I might try and get a couple of hours sleep or go traipsing around the car boot if the weather's up to it. There were at least 3 episodes. Top Gear had all 3. There, at least 3. At least 3. One episode of Top Gear had all 3. Oh. Yeah, I think the weight limit per HGVs over here is something like 32 tons or something like that. But as I never drove them, it costs a lot of money to get a HGV license over here, unless you can get a firm to pay it. But then they usually hold you into a contract. You got to stay with that firm for a number of years if they pay for your HGV. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to bed. Yeah. Yeah, Chad, I'll hopefully catch you on a live later in the week. Chad says good night.
Night.
Mrs. is still up. She's an insomniac as well. Apart from she don't know what a morning is. She'll go to bed and that'll be it till sometime in the afternoon. And you, Voodoo. Steve, is it? I think is it Steve? Or Brian? Oh, God. I'm hopeless with names, usually. Yeah, well, thanks to everyone who's there's only 4 of you in at the moment. Donald. Oh, right. Must have been someone else earlier then. Sorry about that. I'll get rather confused. Mind you, it don't take much to confuse me these days. It's old age. So take care, everyone, and I hope see you again soon. Thank you.